Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of Abby's Distracted.
I'm sorry, I wanted to look up if shit happened 5 years ago. I legitimately want to know!
Wait, okay, so 5 years ago, what happened in real life?
All I can think of is, but I don't know if that was 5 years ago. That was probably like only
2011. 5 years ago, right?
Let's see. No, no, Avatar
Yeah, all
The Last
the big
The Last
acting deaths are
Airbender
this
came out the
year.
year before, so it couldn't have been that.
Well, we'll think about this
All right.
later. Anyway,
Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
fictionally, well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
someone died?
Yes.
It was an accident, of course! Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out.
I see.
You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know.
Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk.
I think
Well, I mean, she talks, but
it's
No,
true.
about something. I
The
don't know.
problem isn't a matter of talking with this woman.
It's a matter of staying on subject.
It's a
What?
matter
You're
of
still
shut
sneaking
up.
around? Shut up, you! Well, if you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good.
I love Oldbag.
Go on.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer!
Now it's Steve Vasquez.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick.
Oh,
Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
yes. Always keep a safe distance from Oldbag.
At all
5 years
times.
ago.
She'll bite your fingers off.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Bite your fingers off. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Grabs his collar.
Let's really.
Nichols!
Nichols?
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols? That assistant we talked to?
Oh, alright. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. Shucks into the ground.
Oh dear.
I suppose you think this is fun! Ah!
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
You claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Prove that Hammer stole Powers' costume?
I can prove that you're annoying me.
I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume.
For some reason, with Oldbag like picking Nick up and throwing him on the ground, I just imagined her being like a final boss. And I was like, ah!
Grows like 100 feet tall and just like breathes fire.
And with a samurai jump and a samurai slap.
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
Ha! I bet Powers put it there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes.
Except I proved that Mr. Hammer put the pills in.
Luke is flipping Oldbag.
That's his favorite hobby.
Yeah.
This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldback? Okay, you win. I'll talk a lot. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss
Use the
Oldbag?
bathroom really badly.
Oh, okay. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. Her hair starts blowing in the wind, cherry blossoms everywhere, and she's just like in a kimono or some shit, like talking about the past. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of
Can
it.
you just imagine it does like the sparkle thing across her face, but it shows like every wrinkle?
Yes! Someone draw that shit. Oh, can you put that at the table? I don't want to drink super hot soup at the couch. I'm sorry. Not right now while I'm doing all that. That photo would have caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
She ate a lot of beans.
I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this.
Huh? A photograph? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this a trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
Ugh.
They were sharp as fuck.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand.
Take it and get out of my face before I bite your fingers.
Ah! Oldbag, please no. We will go in peace. Please.
We will leave in peace, and I will back away from the mic. I'll just scream everything, because food.
Food. Well,
October 19th.
you're gonna be...
Studio
You
One
know what?
entrance.
No, fuck it. Sitting down and waiting for the episode to end.
Yeah, sorry.
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director or the producer. I got a hiccup. That was random.
Bless your soul.
Thank you.
I never know what to do when people have the hiccups. I'm like, be healed! I don't know!
Exactly. I don't know either.
October 19, Studio 2 entrance.
Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello!
Hi!
H-E-L-L-L! Hello!
It's me.
Maya, you should at least try to be polite.
Why?
I'm watching the crowds.
That's all she had to say, apparently.
Dang. That's just like,
Fuck it.
that's impressive that you could do that after that.
Yeah. Excuse me? Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you.
Well, it's good that
Do
one
something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
cloud. Well, that one cloud looks like a restraining order and a search and seizure, so you might want to pay attention.
Oh, no,
That's a very detailed
Oh,
cloud!
no, it's a cease and desist from Disney.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Sad got an idea. A bad idea. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
What are you?
You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My fame blood speaks to me! I know it! I know it!
Oh dear.
That's love Maya so much.
I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila.
If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves.
Oh dear.
Well, fine.
Be that way, woman.
Into the trailer by yourselves.
Here we are.
I
October
want to talk
19th.
about Powers.
Studio
No.
2 trailer.
Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here.
I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed.
Oh yeah, that's right, because she was like, ah, my card! She's just freaking...
Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old.
Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great.
A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse.
And I think that's
I'm
aloe
watching
vera juice on that in that bottle. Apparently that's healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally
This is where they had that meeting. No documents and paper cups scattered around.
Edgeworth came in here at one point just to smash one. He's just like, damn you right.
He walked all the way into here just to be like, okay, I feel better.
She's just like, Mr. Edgeworth, you okay, man?
It
There's
looks
an
like
episode of How I Met Your Mother where Barney would go out back because there was a dumpster full of TVs he could smash.
Oh, jeez.
When he ran out of TVs, he actually went to the store, bought a new one, walked it back to the dumpster, and smashed it.
Oh.
Jeez.
it looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on those sets.
Yeah, it's expensive. Sets are grossly expensive.
Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents.
Paper cup. Ezra did a couple.
No, I'm sure I need more.
The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. It's far into October. The dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming.
Is that a pre-reference to freaking Game of Thrones?
I don't know. When did
Oh,
the books come
jeez.
out?
When did the books come out?
Oh, they came out like decades before this game.
Well, then it might be.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I think the first one came out in the 80s or 90s.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, George R. R. Martin is that slow of a writer.
Whoa.
Okay.
There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fen looks dangerous.
We know for certain now.
Mhm.
We have the proof in our pockets. Just shoved in there.
Boop, 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 boop. Movie set.
They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard.
It's a very nice junkyard.
Yay!
With pretty clouds.
Yes, Vasquez.
I thought she interjects with clouds.
And everyone's like, whoa!
It's like, oh gosh, she speaks!
Ah!
Hi.
Okay, Hildbeck. That's an interesting response.
Detective Gumshoe has been... must have left by now.
Holy crap, maybe yes.
Maybe yes. Rolls!
He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. Thank you.
Because these are the old ones that we haven't used yet. So I thought, yeah, since we're cooking.
I know I just ate like an hour ago, but I'm like, oh, I have room for bread.
Bread! I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him with all those paper cup incidences.
Yeah.
He refused to give him more. It's like, I can't finish your rejection, sir.
No paper cups
Gumshoe,
will
give me
stay
the
alive.
cups!
None will stay alive. There will be no survivors.
The system must have gone off somewhere. That stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her.
Mr. Fowler's bag.
Nick, where'd you get that food?
I want it!
Nick! I hope WQP can come and pick it up back up himself soon.
Soon.
You know, once he's not on trial for murder.
Uh-huh.
Box for snacks on the table.
That's where you got him! Aha!
It's completely empty.
Nick, you ate them all, you bitch!
I can feel my eyes burning to the back of my neck.
Perfect. I didn't even read that.
It's true!
Costumes. Regular suits and mime costumes here. Blip, his own clothes. Well.
Well,
Well.
nearly everyone's gone.
So all we have is an old bag
A vast
and a cloud watcher.
I just spread bread everywhere. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We had someone munching in front of us like a dick and stealing all the candy out of the box.
Oh. Because, like, where's the candy box? I'm like, oh, wait.
Not candy box.
She's not even looking. Okay, here, you look.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick?
Did you present your attorney's badge?
Yep.
Nick, I don't want to. You show me every day.
I didn't even realize. Sometimes that does
She's
help.
not even looking.
There.
What?
Where did you get that? Old bag.
Old?
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And used it to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more. Inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Without you.
There she
Like a
is.
smug dick. Bleh.
Like a smug what, Maya?
It was gonna be dick, but I was trying to say bitch at the same time, so it came out as bleh.
As a
Like a
bick?
smug bleh.
That's a bitch. Oh my gosh, it all makes sense! You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about?
Why should you could talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you can control him, weren't you? That's why you was doing kids show for petty change.
So I'm a blackmailer now, right? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause! You pressured him! And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you?
Apparently.
Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose?
That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he have let me run? Run. Sorry, I thought it wanted to be ruined, but run his life for 5 years over a mere accident?
I don't know.
And I ran him hard, believe you me. Don't make me smack you. I am proper woman. Bitch slaps him. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. And gave him a few bruises, too.
I believe it.
So that's why she had the photo.
Crazy woman. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would have needed is the negatives. He could have made the copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you own. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence! Boys!
Oh, jeez.
I know.
I love this! I'm sorry! It's so cool!
Oh, but we're gonna die!
She's so cool about it, though!
Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
No.
What?
The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Huh? Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt. Now, why should the Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that, where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away! No!
All right there!
There you go, badass!
I heard everything, pal! D-Basket!
Okay, I'm gonna pause, I'm sorry, but the musical! We had that part of the song! Like the ending is all like, boys, erase away! And it goes like super awesome. It's like, ah! Oh god, I'm sorry, this makes my favorite song. I know.
You're coming down to the precinct with me, now!
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. You may go home, boys. Oh, but ma'am, we wanted to beat shit up, boys.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe? I was really scared!
Don't mention it, pal.
She's like clinging to him, like trying to give him a hug, and he keeps like pushing her. Like, pal.
Don't mention it, pal. I'm just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective.
He's just like, it finally happened.
Huh. Alright, anyway. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Yay.
And we're not dead!
Well, Nick,
What?
it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? The Vasquez?
And
So you like leaped off the couch?
I want my food.
Yeah,
All
we got
right.
it.
I'm Luke.
I'm Abby. Counselors, we're at the last drop.
And we will finish this.
After Abby's dinner.
Yep.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
So long, friends, this is the end. There's nothing more to say. So, boys,